สวัสดีค่ะเพื่อนๆทุกคนวันนี้มาเจอกับพ่อครัวเราอีกแล้วคุณสตีเวนจะมาทำกาโกโมเล่นะคะเป็นอาหารสแน็คของประเทศเม็กซิโกค่ะ Take it over ค่ะคุณสตีเวน
Siri and I thought we'd share with you one of our recipes for guacamole. We've had some bad luck with avocados recently, but we just got a few in from a different store. And in Indonesia, there's many types of avocados. And so we opened one up that was ripe. Siri took a couple bites of it. She all of a sudden got the munchies for
But it's very nice
avocado.
สวยมากค่ะอะโวคาโดที่ได้มาวันนี้นะคะ
and let's make guacamole and to share the recipe with you. So it's very simple to make guacamole, and there's quite a few variations on it. And today we're going to do one that we feel in the mood for. But first you start with your avocado, and you open it up, you take the pit out, and of course you then spoon out the avocado in here. And the avocado should be ripe. It should be, I think most of you all know what a ripe avocado is. It should not be too mushy, and it should be
แข็งไปหรืออ่อนไปมันจะรู้ถ้าเกิด
So it should just give a little bit, particularly at the bottom. The bottom is the last part that ripens, so make sure you check the bottom of your avocado. These are pretty good. There's not too much that we have a problem with, not too many brown spots inside. The bottom is also in fact, this part's just a little bit hard. I'm going to leave it there. It's a little bit too hard for the guacamole. So, okay, we've got our guacamole in there now. And so, to start with, you could do a number of things, but basically the main things you need is lime juice. And here we have some freshly squeezed.
Lime juice นะคะน้ำมะนาว
Right. Salt.
เกลือค่ะ
In there. And for purists, that might be all you add. Just lime juice and
ป
salt.
กติแค่นั้นเองค่ะคืออะโวคาโดแล้วก็เกลือแล้วก็มะนาวแค่นั้นเองปกตินะคะแต่เราก็จะเพิ่มเติมค่ะเดี๋ยวแอด
So that would actually qualify for guacamole. But the other things that are traditionally added is a little bit of onion, and it should be a crisp onion, usually the yellow or white onions. Adds a little bit extra texture because the guacamole is silky smooth and have a little bit of crunch.
ก็
It's
หอ
good.
มหัวใหญ่นะคะ
Another thing you could add that we're going to add today is garlic,
ค่ะ
but it should be chopped very fine. In fact, what I like to do is take my garlic,
ละเอียดมากๆเลยนะคะอย่าเป็น
not only dice it,
เขาจะแบบ
but actually take your knife and smush it out to where it's just a fine paste. And this will blend very, very nicely with
บี้
it.
บดให้มาก
So we're going to add the onion in here. We're going to put the full works in here. So this is a full complement. So you could stop just here, onion and garlic, or just even the onion. Now the other two optional things that you want to add, but before we add any more, we're going to smush it down, because this should be done at this time before adding in the other ingredients, because we don't need to smush those. But I like to add the garlic in before smushing so it gets incorporated into the avocado. Some people put this into a blender or food processor. Please don't do that. That does not make guacamole. Yeah. You want it a little chunky, just like this. Not even, you don't want it to be too fine. So just make sure you have no big parts in it. Because it is a dip. We're going to use it for a dip, so we don't want it too chunky. Okay. So now this is actually all right, and we can then add the salt to it, and you add a pretty good pinch of salt to it.
เติมเกลือเข้าไปค่ะแต่อย่าเติมมากนะคะเผ็ดมันเกลือมันถ้ามันมากไปมันจะแก้ยากคือมัสซอลอีกทีดิบ
We're going to add the lime juice now.
มะนาวค่ะมะนาวสีเขียวนะคะ lime ในภาษาอังกฤษ
Lime juice serves two purposes. One, it gives you an acid. Some people actually even add vinegar to this, but that's not what they do in Mexico. They add only lime juice. It gives it a fresh flavor. And the more lime juice you add, particularly if you're going to save it for the next day, add a little bit more lime juice, and that will stop it from turning brown. Okay, now we can actually do a quick taste test on this and see if the salt and everything is balanced. My taster gets something there.
Very good. In fact, perfect.
That's good. So, I think a little bit more lime juice. So now the other thing you can put into it is tomato. Now, if you're serving your guacamole with salsa, you do not need to do this. Salsa does not always have tomatoes in it.
Salsa, so maybe next time we can prepare salsa. So we have homemade salsa.
Yeah, last time we made a mango salsa.
Okay.
The other thing you don't always put into it, these are jalapenos.
โอ้ยเผ็ดนะคะอันนั้น
So
เปรี้ยวๆเผ็ด
this will give it a little bit of bite. So now this type of guacamole is a good all-purpose when you're serving it just by itself because you want a little bit of heat, you like a little bit of the tomato in there, and then it's good. So we're going to just add a little bit dash of lime juice because I think it needed it.
อันนี้มันเป็น
It should be a little bit tart,
มัน
but
เป็น
you
แล้ว
don't
แต่
be careful not to add
รส
too
นะคะ
much, otherwise it get too watery.
รสนะคะว่าใครชอบอะไรจะบอกไม่ได้ละค่ะนี่ใส่ไปทีละนิด
It's not guacamole soup, so you don't want it to be watery.
Just put a little bit at the time and taste it. So
Yeah.
it's good.
It had enough salt in it for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and that's it.
Yeah. Very simple and easy. แต่ถ้าเกิดใครจะชอบโทบาสโกนะคะ the cosmic yes
The cameraman needs to be rewarded.
ไม่ได้เพราะว่า
Guacamole.
เพราะว่า the chips เนี่ยมันก็จะมีรสชาติชิปที่เราใช้เนี่ยมันก็จะมีรสชาติเค็มๆนิดหน่อยอ่ะนะแล้วแต่คนซื้อ sometimes there's some salt sometimes they're not so
Or they got flavors in them. We just like plainly salted chips for something like this.
นะคะลองทำทานกันค่ะของง่ายๆมีประโยชน์vegetable ก็ได้นะคะแตงกวาแครอทมาจิ้มก็ได้ผลไทยหรือว่าห่อใส่สลัดนะคะใส่ใบอะไรนะอะไรผักกาดหอมแล้วก็เอาโกโมเล่ใส่แล้วก็แค่นี้ก็ได้ทานมีประโยชน์ดีค่ะ very good like what thank you very much
You're welcome.
for showing us how to do this
Make guacamole.
yeah very nice ขอบคุณมากนะคะคลิปนี้ก็แค่นี้แหละค่ะดูก่อนมันเป็นชิปที่เราแต่ว่าชิปวันนี้เราใส่เขาเถอะลิควิดเพราะฉะนั้นก็เราก็จะไม่ทำเค็มมากนะคะอาหารมีประโยชน์ทานเล่นๆค่ะ